Welcome to Medica Wellness Studio. I'm Angelika Maria Koch with the educational videos about optimal health and the most innovative and holistic approach to your well-being. Today in our Discover series, Healthy Family and Soul Medicine, I want to dedicate this video on the subject about sleeplessness in adults or tired and exhausted parents. Lately I've covered a lot of ground with the ailments with babies and children, so I don't want to forget the parents out there too. So let's explore how you can find your restful sleep again with the most top indicated natural protocols. But here I'm not just talking about taking your melatonin or your herbal tincture, maybe filled with Valerian or hops or Passionflower, or your meditation before going to bed. Here I'm talking about very targeted protocols which match your individual signature or expression of your sleeplessness, which is very important to have a real good effect here. To stay updated with my ongoing videos, I encourage you to subscribe to my channel, share and like it with your friends and family, and don't forget to have a look at my website medicanova.net at the online academy, where you will find fantastic home study online courses in first aid homeopathy for the whole family or quantum healing. And if you're interested in a personal health consultation, either for yourself or your children, contact me at health@medicanova.net. So how can you find your restful sleep again? Insomnia is a frequent nighttime visitor for many. Did you know there are about 65 million of Americans affected each and every night? Women are more prone to it than men. I think it has to do with the hormonal changes. Anybody past 50 years of age might be more prone to it. The cause is unknown, but we do know now today that the body requires less sleep the older we get. Having said that, a loss of sleep, particularly for a considered amount of time, really affects the quality of our lives. There may be daytime drowsiness and fatigue, mood changes, employment or personal relationship difficulties, not to mention the memory impairment. Again, in this video, I don't want to home in on supplements so much, but on homeopathic remedies. The reason why I've chosen this therapeutic tool for this ailment is because it doesn't make us addictive. With sleeplessness, even if you take a natural herbal tincture, your mind easily gets hooked. Homeopathy is safe, it has no side effects, and it doesn't make you addictive. That's why I've chosen it here. Before we go into the remedies, there are 3 aspects I would like to mention. You have to have a look at your diet. Major important part here. Late afternoon, stop any caffeine intake. And they can be from tea to alcohol to wine to sodas, because it jazzes up your nervous system and it adds to your sleeplessness. It happened to me 2 days ago. I had a chai in the late afternoon, which is a black tea with spices. It was more of an espresso chai. It was very strong, powerful. Well, I was up all night. It taught me a lesson. So reduce all caffeine intake late afternoon. Needless to say, your sleep environment comes here to mind as well. Usually the room should be a little bit cooler than the other rooms. Take out extra lights and of course electronic devices. iPads, phones, TVs, all of it. Just get it out. Exercise. We all love it, but I would say 3 hours or even 4 hours before you decide to retire for your sleep, no exercise, no excessive movements, right? Because it just jazzes up your circulatory system and your nervous system. The idea is with homeopathic remedies that you look at the cause of your sleeplessness. For example, somebody who suffers from grief or is sad requires a different remedy than somebody who's a workaholic and thinks about all night what project he or she has to fulfill the next day, right? This is why even natural products don't work so well, because they're not individualized, and homeopathy can do that. So look for your cause first, and what's your individual signature, and then match the remedy with its own description to your sleeplessness, and it usually does work. If you follow these guidelines, there should be a happy outcome. If you're not sort of like satisfied and you don't see results right away, contact me at help@medicanova.net. I'm happy to help here to find out what remedy matches you. I suggest to get the potency 30, that's the number behind the name of the remedies. As you know by now, I only suggest remedies you can get hold of in your local health food store or online, so nothing too complicated. I suggest in an acute situation, say you have been coming from an international flight and you're all wired, maybe 1 tablet every half an hour, starting about 2 to 3 hours before you want to go to bed. If it's a chronic situation and it's habitual by then, I would say 1 tablet an hour before you go to bed. Drag it out for about 2 to 3 weeks. You want to break the cycle here, so 1 tablet wouldn't give you any results. As I said, if you're in doubt, contact me. The first remedy is called Coffea Crua. It's made from coffee beans, and you can almost imagine if you drink too much coffee, you feel wired, you can't settle. It is a remedy for individuals who are very sensitive to their surroundings, to people, to smells, to noise. These are the parents, who wake up with every little noise. Their nervous system is so agitated by now. It's sort of a insomnia which comes with a lot of restlessness. So imagine you just drank 3 cups of coffee, right? And you're ready to go to bed. It's this wired, crazy feeling where you really feel like, I wish I could sleep, and you can't. That also can be instigated by feelings of excitement. Maybe you want to go on holiday the next morning and you think about, can't sleep, right? It can be joyful thoughts as well, apart from bad news or grief and fright. It's this wired feeling. The sleep, if they sleep, they can be disturbed by dreams. They really can only go to bed usually about 3 a.m. in the morning. They doze off intermittently, are very sensitive to the slight noise. It's a great remedy for that. As I said, particularly if you feel your nervous system is agitated, as if you have drunk too much coffee or wine. But it also helps for the very person who has drunk too much wine or too much coffee before retiring. The mind of these people is just full of ideas, and it goes and goes and goes. Again, think about this wired feeling. Very sensitive to everything, so it's a great remedy here. The next one is called Nux vomica 30. Very frequently prescribed here. It's a sort of modern day life remedy, and where insomnia is definitely part of it. These are the people who fall asleep early in the evening because they're so exhausted. They're workaholics. They worked all through the day. They just want to crash out. And then they wake up 3 to 4 a.m. in the morning. Worry and think about the business for the next day or the board meeting which is coming up. Very prone to be impatient, irritable, because they're just so agitated. They're very hard to be aroused from the sleep in the early morning then when they finally fall asleep. So short sleep makes them feel better, so little cat naps. But, they're just living on excess, right? They have the gourmet food in the evening, they drink the alcohol, and then they wonder why they can't sleep. As I said, 3 to 4 a.m. is a great time for them where they become mentally active, they're full of worries, they just can't relax. And it's specifically worse when they overuse alcohol, coffee, or wine in the evening. The next remedy is called Sulfur. These people are very hot, they sweat a lot in the night, even stick their feet out under the cover. And here they sleep well, 3 to 4 hours, and then they wake up again. So that's their sort of pattern. In particular, they wake up 5 a.m. in the morning. They just can't go to bed anymore because they feel hot, or they even need to eat during the day, during the night. They get up and want to eat. They're really better with cat naps. They love to sleep on the left-hand side, and funny enough, if they lie on the back, they have nightmares. It's a great remedy for children with nightmares. By the way, if you want to know more about it, go to one of my videos I made about children and nightmares. I mentioned this remedy there. As I said, they have actually quite happy dreams. They can sing in their sleep. They can even laugh, right? But 5 o'clock is that time where they can't go back to sleep. The next one is Passiflora incarnata. It's made from Passionflower, and I mentioned it before, but here's the homeopathic form. It's a great remedy you want to have on a daily basis. I would say it's indicated for the aged, elderly, as well as infants, but specifically if you're mentally worried and overworked. So it's a good remedy when you have a sleeplessness resulting from mental exhaustion. It can be too much studying maybe, or reading, or the symptoms are worse definitely by mental worries. Mental excitement can be too, and even after meals. You can't fall asleep if you had too late your dinner at night. So it helps the insomnia persons also which have a morphine habit, and have a nervous, they're just very nervous. The sleep of the patient in general is restless and wakeful. And I would say take here the remedy Passiflora with the potency number 6 and take it every day. I would say for a month. It's a nice sort of like just friend going along with it rather than one remedy. It just helps to calm down the nervous system. The next remedy is Kali phosphoricum, or Kali Phos for short. You can combine it with the other remedy Passiflora. I'll show you how. But here I want you to get the potency 30, Kali Phos, and this is fantastic remedy for completely nervous exhaustion of parents who are up all night, right? After a few days they just feel like almost trembling, they're so tired. Great remedy also, sleeplessness caused by worry, business troubles. They're restless, they may be very drowsy during the day, they yawn all the time, right? And they maybe even feel a heat coming up during the sleep. It's a great remedy for sleepwalking as well. But there's this weak and this tired feeling, huge prostration, just totally exhausted. It's another feature, definitely. Conditions arising from neurasthenia, mental and emotional, even physical depression. It's a wonderful remedy for here. Now, what is neurasthenia? Well, it's a condition with a characterized especially, by sort of physical and mental exhaustion. You work too hard, you study too hard, but it usually accompanies other symptoms. There's maybe a headache involved or irritability. They don't know the causes, but it's often associated then with depression and emotional stress. Sort of a combination of sleeplessness, nervousness, tiredness, headache, emotional stress, all of that. That's really just throw it all in one pot and you can't sleep. Great remedy for that. I would say Phos 30 on a daily basis. Do it for a week and then stop for a week, start again for a week, and maybe have 4 to 5 rounds. Next to it, you can take your Passiflora potency number 6 on a daily basis. I would say Passiflora in the morning, Phos for a week only, and then have your breaks in the evening, 1 tablet. And see how that works for 2 or 3 weeks. And if in doubt, contact me at health@medicanova.net. Our last remedy today, I know it's a short video, I don't want to go into it too much, but I want to give you good information. The last remedy is called Oculus. You might want to think about this remedy when you are a caretaker, either for the aged or for a child who is very ill. Let's say your child has whooping cough, for example, right? Is up for 6 or 8 weeks every night, coughing its whatever out. And you will have to be there and support your child, or any cough, it doesn't have to be whooping cough, or any symptom which just lasts for more than a week, I would say, and you are sleep deprived. Oculus is a wonderful remedy for that. So the keynote is that you feel very exhausted to the point of feeling very weak even. Particularly the muscles around your neck gets affected, as well as the small of your back, right? You feel like you can't even put your head up anymore. So then, of course, is mentally fogginess involved. You maybe even feel a little bit dizzy when getting up in the morning. A little vertigo here involved. So I suggest that this remedy really is a great help for anybody who is sleep deprived from taking care or looking after a loved one for some time and not having the desired sleep. Really works very well. I would say Oculus 30, 1 tablet before you go to bed. I would say probably, or even twice a day, morning and evening if you're very exhausted. Try it out for 2 or 3 weeks and see how that works. Definitely helped me in the past. I think I want to just stop here today. I don't want to fill you up with a lot of knowledge about supplements, but I want you to get more confident with using homeopathic remedies and break your sleep pattern, so you can have a final restful sleep again, even if you have to get up in the night and feed your baby. Regarding children, sleeplessness, have a look at my previous video of the channel Medica Nova Wellness Studio. I made a specific topic about that. Maybe enjoy that too. But before I close today, I want to thank you all for sharing these videos, leaving your comments. I read them all. I respond to each of one of them. And really thank you for your support. So till next time, much love and have a restful night.